Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that a familiar face is making a major comeback. According to Deadline, Jack Wagner is reprising his role as Nick Marone, which is good news for fans, along with suddenly single Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, as the two had quite the romance back in the day. So, when can fans expect to see Wagner back in the land of Los Angeles? As Wagner was back on set as of Thursday, April 10, his first airdate back has been revealed as Friday, June 13. What will bring Nick back to the canvas? That's unknown, but considering how Brooke has been desperate for a reunion with Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye recently, then perhaps Nick's return is centered around romance. Of course, Ridge is currently with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and many fans have rolled their eyes at yet another love triangle between these. So Nick entering the mix will be a nice change. Wagner's been a busy bee over at Hallmark, not only participating in multiple movies for the channel, but also playing the role of Bill Avery on the network's smash hit, When Calls the Heart, WCTH, a character he's been playing since 2014. Of course, soap fans also know Wagner from his role as Frisco Jones on General Hospital, a part he began playing in 1984, exiting in 1991, then returning again from 1994 to 1995. And once in 2013, Wagner debuted as Marone on B&B in 2003, staying in the role until 2012, and made a brief appearance in 2022 for the soap's special 35th anniversary episode. With that said, this next run won't be a brief one, with Wagner diving into a bona fide storyline for Marone. It'll be very interesting to see why he is returning to LA in a move that's sure to shake up the Los Angeles fashion scene and the tangled Forrester family tree. The Bold and the Beautiful is bringing back a fan favorite. Jack Wagner is officially reprising his role as Nick Marone. The former sea captain, businessman, and legendary heartbreaker is docking back into town, and he's not coming quietly. With over a decade since his last appearance, Nick's return comes not just with old memories and past regrets, but with new secrets, a revenge plan that could burn the Forresters to the ground, and a surprise connection that no one sees coming. Here's how it all unfolds in a dramatic, creative 3,000-word spoiler. Nick Marone returns. A yacht, a storm, and a secret passenger. It begins with a storm rolling over the Pacific coast, lightning crackling over the ocean. As the waves thrash, a sleek private yacht battles the swells. On board is none other than Nick Marone, older, wiser, but still carrying the smoldering intensity that made women like Brooke Logan and Bridget Forrester fall head over heels. He stands at the helm, guiding the yacht through the storm with ease. This is his world, the sea. But he's not alone. In the shadows of the cabin, someone lingers, someone who calls him captain, with respect and familiarity. Could it be a child? A protégé? Or something more scandalous? The yacht docks at Marina del Rey in the dead of night. Nick steps off, duffel bag over his shoulder, as he gazes toward the glittering city lights of Los Angeles. Time to settle some unfinished business, he mutters. Brooke stunned, Ridge furious, and Taylor has questions. Brooke Logan is the first to spot him. She's at Il Giardino having a drink with Katie when she sees him walk in, dressed in dark denim and a leather jacket, all rugged charm and understated danger. Her wine glass slips from her hand. Nick? Katie turns in shock. Brooke stands slowly, breath catching in her throat. Nick smiles, that signature grin still intact. Hello, Logan, he says, his voice like gravel dipped in honey. Their reunion is awkward, intense, and magnetic. Brooke is overwhelmed with nostalgia, pain, and curiosity. Katie can see it all unfolding and excuses herself, but not before shooting Nick a warning glance. Word spreads like wildfire. Ridge, of course, explodes. The last thing he wants is Nick sniffing around Brooke again, or causing chaos in the lives of his children. He storms into Forrester Creations the next day, slamming the door behind him. What the hell is Nick Marone doing back in LA? Taylor, surprisingly, is more intrigued than angry. She and Nick shared a complicated history. Their connection wasn't as volatile as Brooke and Nick's, but it was deep. She reaches out to him for coffee, curious about his return. Nick agrees, but keeps his cards close to his chest. "I'm here for business," he tells her, "and to settle a few scores." Nick's new mission, a threat to Forrester Creations. Behind the scenes, Nick isn't just here to stir up romantic trouble. He's got a plan, a big one. During his time away, he's built a luxury fashion empire overseas, using eco-friendly fabrics and sustainable methods. He's watched the Forresters stumble through scandals, walkouts, and public PR disasters, and now he sees a golden opportunity. Nick announces the launch of Marone Mode, his new sustainable fashion line, and the buzz is immediate. But the real twist, he's targeting Forrester's clientele hard. He launches with an aggressive ad campaign, including billboards right outside Forrester headquarters with the tagline, "Fashion that's more than a pretty face. It has a conscience." Rich is livid. Steffi is incensed. Thomas wants to retaliate. But Nick's not done. He reaches out to Hope Logan. Hope tempted. A dangerous offer. Nick invites Hope to lunch, citing admiration for her hope for the future line. "You've got passion," he tells her. "But you're chained to a brand that's rotting from the inside. Come work with me. I'll give you the freedom to create something real. Unfiltered. Uncensored." Hope is stunned and tempted. With the chaos lately at Forrester, Liam's judgment, Steffi's interference, and Ridge's condescension, Nick's offer feels like a fresh breeze. She doesn't accept immediately, but she doesn't say no either. And it doesn't go unnoticed. Thomas overhears her on a call with Nick and confronts her. There's yelling, tears, and accusations. "You're thinking about leaving? After everything we've built," he demands. "I'm thinking about my future," Hope says. "And maybe that future doesn't involve your family's dysfunction." Bridget returns, and she's not alone. Just when things couldn't get more complicated, Bridget Forrester returns to town, summoned by her mother after learning Nick is back. Their history is heavy, tragic even. But she's not here to rekindle old flames. She's here for the truth. "I want to know why you left, Nick. Why you never said goodbye," she tells him, fire in her eyes. Nick, taken off guard, finally reveals a secret he's kept for years. When he left LA, it wasn't just business, it was survival. A powerful investor-turned-enemy threatened to destroy everything he loved. To protect Bridget, to protect everyone, he disappeared. Bridget softens but stays guarded. "I don't know if I can forgive you," she whispers. "But I never stopped loving you," Nick replies. Still, Bridget isn't alone. She introduces Nick to her teenage son, who looks an awful lot like a young Nick Marone. Nick's eyes widen. "Bridget, is he? Meet Nicholas Forrester, your son." The new generation, Nick's son and RJ clash. Nicholas Forrester is 16, smart, confident, and ambitious. He quickly becomes intrigued with the Forrester family, especially RJ. But their first meeting is less than friendly. RJ is suspicious of the new kid in town, especially with all the drama surrounding Nick's return. Tensions rise when both teens become interested in the same intern at Forrester. Remy, the stylish and savvy assistant Luna recently mentored. The rivalry grows fast. RJ sees Nicholas as a threat to his future at the company. Nicholas sees RJ as a privileged legacy kid riding on his last name. Their confrontations become explosive, and one of them ends with fists flying at a Forrester family dinner. Brooke and Ridge are horrified. Bridget is furious. Nick, meanwhile, quietly watches it unfold, realizing that his son may be more like him than he thought. Sheila takes notice. A dangerous alliance? While most of LA is focused on Nick's return, one person sees an opportunity in it, Sheila Carter. She approaches Nick under the guise of an apology, reminding him of their brief entanglement years ago and how much they both hate the Forresters. You want to bring them down, she purrs. So do I. Nick is cautious, but intrigued. Sheila's crazy, but effective. He doesn't commit, but he doesn't shut her down either. This potential alliance terrifies everyone, especially Finn, who warns Nick to stay far away from his biological mother. Whatever game you're playing, keep her out of it, Finn says sternly. But Nick just smiles. Sometimes, Dr. Hayes, you need a little chaos to get results. Taylor and Nick, old flames rekindled. As the storm swirls, Taylor finds herself drawn to Nick again. Their coffee dates become longer. Their conversations deeper. They confide in one another about Ridge, Brooke, their children, and regrets. Taylor finds herself laughing again, feeling something she hasn't in years. Desired. Ridge takes notice. Brooke does too. But is Nick truly interested in Taylor? Or is he using her to get closer to the Forresters? Taylor confronts him. Don't play with my heart, Nick. Not this time. I'm not, he says. But I'm also not the man I used to be. Still, doubts linger, and so does the chemistry. A shocking proposal. A dangerous ultimatum. In a final twist, Nick makes a bold move. He buys Spencer Publications' controlling interest in a surprise hostile takeover. Bill is furious, but Nick pulls strings through old maritime contacts and shady offshore deals. With the media now under his control, Nick plans to launch a full-on exposé on Forrester Creations, years of scandals, infidelities, cover-ups, and betrayals. He gives Ridge an ultimatum. Step down as CEO. Walk away quietly, or I expose everything. Ridge, cornered and furious, turns to Brooke, Taylor, and even Eric for help. We have to stop him. But do they have the firepower? What's next for Nick Marone? Jack Wagner's return as Nick Marone promises not just nostalgia, but a seismic shift in the bold and the beautiful universe. With a secret son, a growing empire, and enemies closing in, Nick's comeback is more than just a walk down memory lane. It's a declaration of war. And the Forresters. They're about to find out that you can't bury the past forever, especially when it sails back into town with a vengeance. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTT UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.